Hello guys, and welcome back to another episode of this Let's Play. We are playing Stories, the Path of Destinies, and we are going to rally the rebels and kill the Emperor with, with our Iblis Stone.
It was definitely easier to fight inanimate objects.
Bam! Well done. So yeah, I'm wondering if we're gonna get a truth out of this, because this is the darkest path we picked so far. There we go.
Renato was so happy. The stone was the best friend he'd ever had. Really, who would bury such a treasure in the desert? Soon, he'd go rally the rebellion and usher a new age for the islands of Erda. There was a pleasant breeze coming through that door. Had it been closed before?
Just gonna take a different path to the rebel base. Let's see. There we go. Oh.
The rock felt hot in his hand. He could feel its secret power.
Okay, I think that was this path. Let's go. There we go. Maybe this way. Yes, another chest. See, we only have to upgrade one more sword and then we can stop picking these chests. See, can we already? No, we can't. We do have all the stones on like level 3 now, so there we go. What is this way?
The best, urged the stone. Let me make you Emperor. Come to think of it, Renato thought as he put down another raven, why shouldn't I be Emperor? How did anybody get to be Emperor anyway? By making war. I mean, not counting the transcendent Emperor, obviously, who had banished the lost gods and started time. Yes, he should be Emperor. He would make a great Emperor. Right, Stone? This could be the new aerobics craze. Am I right?
Let's read this scroll. I saw it when we came down, and let's see. Punish, terrorize, humiliate. The masses have been raising their fists, led by a handful of nobles with too much ambition. Is it envy? That the power that I seek is something they want for themselves? Are they just criminals who want to steal from us? There is but one punishment for such a crime: death. Make an example of the leaders, execute anyone who dares to follow them. Or is it fear that the sacrifices I have been making would extend to them? Is this a war for survival? Show them the true meaning of fear. Strike them fast and strike them hard. Make them suffer, burn everything they hold dear. Or is it pride that the meaning of those sacrifices would forever escape their comprehension? They want inclusion, I say in my decisions. A say in my decisions? This arrogance cannot be allowed. Take those who surrender to the salt mine. Let their lungs fill with corrosive dust. Let them betray one another for scraps of food. Let their children watch as they fall into savagery. End the rebellion without mercy. Oh dude, this guy's mad. Oh wait, we've already read that. There we go, let's smack him. Where to go, where to go?
He thought.
There we go. Now, where is that rebel base? It's right here, right? Oh, wait, no. It's further to the left. Where is it? Oh, boy. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, boy.
These things really slice like ham.
I didn't expect that. Ooh, 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 and steady step. Yep, there's one more over there. Let's get him. There you go.
The long stairs. So he was close to the rebel base. Nothing was on fire. So far, so good.
And yeah, okay, those were the overpowered ones. I'm just finishing off the regular ones.
Already Renato knew more than he ever had. But about what?
Let's open this gate. You know, we only have to get like 100 ore, and then we can stop doing all these weird ass gates and chests. So just wanna quickly get to that. There we go. Now give me ore. Only health. Well, why? Why have you forsaken me, loot gods? Alright, okay, let's see what happens. Oh man, this is gonna be horrible.
Renato strode into the council. Let's do this thing. Let's make me emperor. They looked confused and nervous. Ah, had he mentioned the emperor thing? Yeah, he meant to bring that up later. I mean, let's go win this rebellion. He waved his sword around encouragingly. They ran. Cowards. He'd stop them. He cut down a few to inspire the others.
Oh boy.
But soon, there was no one to cut down. Well then, he'd have to attack the fleet alone. More for me, he said. Unless it was the stone that said it. Traitors. Traitors, all of them. They'd run rather than following him, rather than cheering him. What should he do to the cowards? Anything he wanted to. After all, he was a true hero, the best warrior there ever was. No one could stop him now. But first, finish him. The Emperor, that is.
Oh boy, this is so dark. Okay, let's fucking kill him then. It's the last stage of this Let's hope that actually is like a truth or something about the gem being, you know, insanely evil. Because otherwise we'll have to do it again sometime. We don't want to stab Zenobia again.
They weren't even trying an assault. They were going to miss a day in history. The downfall of this dynasty, and a new one to take its place. He didn't have to kill all the ravens. He could enslave them. And enslave the toads too. All the animals would worship him as a god. For he had once been a god. They would willingly give him their blood and their souls. And the world would change. Would become familiar again. Swell. He'd always wanted to do that.
Damn it.
Renato was glowing with dark power. Already the sun had dimmed. He could do anything, he realized. He could wrap the island safely in smoke again. He was beyond a hero. He was going to become a god again. How odd, he thought, that the Iblis Stone had nothing to say about any of this. Well, no matter. Once he killed this petty Toad Emperor, he would bring back the Black Sun.
Oh man, it's just the stone talking now. It's not him anymore.
Ronaldo danced around the room yelling, oh yeah, that's how we do it. It was something he liked to do, but only after he'd killed all the witnesses.
Oh. It's a bit too hasty, though. You know, power! Speeds! Oh, this sword, man, with his attack speed. Holy shit. It's the best.
Oh, they really ought to put a railing on this thing, he thought.
Well. All right. There we go, we are back. Meh, 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 meh. Alrighty then, let's see what happens. Please give me a truth.
He found the Emperor and the Council huddling by his ship, plotting. They saw him and cowered before him.
Back to hell, fiend.
Croaked the Emperor desperately.
In the name of the Transcendent Emperor!
Croaked the speaker. They held some arcane items he didn't recognize. He simply flexed his will and sucked their souls out of their bodies. And Iblis exulted. It is finished. And the void that had been a mere stone on a sword expanded. It stretched and ripped like a vast womb. And a gaze, black and pitiless as the sun, passed through the void into the land. And so time ended. But he'd learned another true thing. The Iblis Stone
Yes.
was evil. It would try to corrupt anyone
What?
who used it.
Story 12, The Awakening. What kind of hero? A hero who fully embraces power, who transcends being a hero, who dares to become a god. Oh, it did give us a truth. The Iblis Stone corrupts anyone who uses it. Alright, alright. So, we got another truth. Now we need the last truth, and that's gonna be about... What's her name again? Zenobia. Okay. So we need to focus on the story of Zenobia in some way. Let's
There would
continue.
be a way to win. Renato could feel it. He'd have to explore choices he'd never made before he could figure it all out, though. And with that, the book's pages fluttered to the beginning once again. And he fell. The clouds parted over the Isles of Boreas. It was time to choose. The rebellion was in trouble. Ravens were scouting for the secret rebel base. They needed a game changer.
All right,
Pieces
here
of the
we
Sky
go
Ripper had
again.
surfaced. Renato knew that using it could go catastrophically wrong, but he was sure he could figure out how to use it safely. Also, a temple had risen out of empty desert. The Iblis Stone was hidden there. It was a dangerous artifact. It could corrupt its user into a bloodthirsty monster. Maybe he could find a way to use it, to take its power without surrendering to its wickedness. And also, his old friend Lapino needed rescuing. Of course, Renato had a pretty strong suspicion that Lapino had betrayed the rebellion. But could Renato really leave an old friend to the Ravens?
Alright, so we need to focus on her story, Zenobia. So we could go with Lapino and then take her to the interrogators, you know, the Sky Ripper, and then going for her wasn't that good of a plan. But you know, let's just try to make this legendary weapon complete, and maybe she pops up somewhere in the middle of that quest line. So yeah, let's go with that.
Every child knew about the Sky Ripper. The Transcendent Emperor had buried its pieces deep. And then, this Emperor's horrific sacrifices had brought it back to the surface. Renato wasn't exactly sure how to use the legendary weapon. But surely, there must be some way to do it without provoking another catastrophe. Had he, somehow, summoned the long-lost components of the legendary weapon out of the deep places of the Earth? It was more than Renato could fathom. But if he could find a legendary weapon, he would use it.
Alright, here we go again. Yay! Oh man.
As he set foot on the island, Renato couldn't help feeling a bit curious. Was Lapino still waiting to be rescued? No. He was probably drinking champagne with the ravens. Did ravens drink champagne? Did rabbits? Renato felt oddly thirsty, come to think of it. Why had he chosen the Sky Ripper? Renato never made plans that required constant vigilance. He was a hero. He didn't think too much. He just went with his gut and hoped it all worked out. The Sky Ripper was a long shot. He'd have to devote himself to it. No side journeys, no rescuing old friends. That was against his nature. Could he stick with it?
Of course we can stick to it, right guys? We're gonna do it.
That was always a rush.
Alright, we need, let's see, like 42? Yeah, 42 more ore, and then we got all the weapons completed. Stab him. Yeah, there you go. 2 of them. In one go. Ooh, and we got a gate that we haven't opened yet. Let's take this.
Maybe I should follow my nose, thought Renato.
Bashing all the buttons. Swank. There we go.
That had been his mistake before, thinking he could win a battle of wills with an ancient evil all by himself. He had to be cleverer than that. Or braver. Or something.
Alright, let's read this scroll. The truth behind the Sky Ripper is shrouded in a thick fog. The most believable tale is that the Transcendent Emperor has used the Sky Ripper to banish the Iblis. Wait. Oh, wait a minute. We've been here before. Yeah. I remember now. Where do we go, though? Can't remember. Well, as long as we get that weird thingy that follows us around.
Still a thief, Renato had always been attracted to the women with the biggest chests. No, that's not what I meant. They were to rob.
Yeah, right. Just 2 energy, you kidding me? Come on now. Give me some goddamn ore so I can finish this. Alright, so we're gonna just go this way. And we're gonna stab every single one of them.
Hey,
There you go.
how do you tell if someone's far away? Or just really small?
There we go. So okay, you know, I gotta say it gets a bit repetitive when you've done like, you know, if you have to do certain endings again.
A puzzle. Renato loved puzzles. Except when he couldn't figure them out. On the other hand, if there was a puzzle, it was probably meant to keep people away from something good.
I'm just gonna take this way because I know there's a big chest over here. No, wait, stab him. Come on. Yeah, there you go. Now, come on, give me some
It
ore.
would be fun to throw
Nope,
healing
no
fruit
ore
at people.
whatsoever.
They wouldn't know whether to be mad or not.
Ooh, yep, we got some ore. Still not enough. But alright, we're getting there. Yeah, but the combat gets a bit repetitive. Have I said that before? I probably did. Let's make him a bit more, you know, faster, so we can run these dungeons faster. And we got it.
There it was. Sky Ripper's armature. The stuff that dreams are made of. Engineers' dreams, anyway. The device was intricate. No one alive had the skill to make a thing like it. How was it part of a weapon at all? He'd have to ask a scientist. But first, he'd get the second piece. Sky Ripper had a heart. A core that had come to rest on the next island.
Yes,
Well,
we're gonna get that.
there was another island he could reach. Zenobia had just invaded it with her father's Raven battalions. She must be encamped there still. But fighting Zenobia now, that made no sense at all. He'd already sacrificed one friend to get this armature, was it? He didn't need to hurry to face her. She would find him.
Alright, yes, we are going to get the Sky Ripper. Now I get to think of it. You know, we read the note that said that the Emperor was going to sacrifice her. So I hope they don't sacrifice her, like between this and you never know. You never know.
No-brainer. He'd sacrificed his old friend Lapino to get the armature. And the armature was useless by itself, only a series of coils and wheels. War demanded sacrifices, and he would make more before the end. He would have to choose the greatest good, no matter how much it cost him. Zenobia. Well, he would see her sooner or later, across a battlefield or a sword's point before all this was over. He was sure of that. The power was in the core. Obviously, he had to get the core.
I have to get the core, guys. Don't ya forget.
He looked up at the old trees around him. They were so big and so old. They'd been there before he was born, and they'd be there after he'd passed into legend. Was he confronting his own unimportance? What had got into him? He was no philosopher. Anyway, who cares? He was plenty important. He was a hero, and soon he'd prove it.
Get the Sky Ripper core. Alright, where's the core?
Hoped his hook didn't break.
It's a long fall. Of course. There we go. Oh boy, we can jump down here and we can go this way. But this way is only a chest. So there we go. We almost got the 100 ore. Anyway guys, I am looking at the clock and holy shit, we're over time again. So this is gonna be the end of the episode. And we are going to continue in the next. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. As always, give it a thumbs up if you did like it. And don't forget to subscribe if you want to receive my videos on your YouTube feed. Anyway, thanks for watching again, and see you next time.